this is Victoria Ballard, naturopath. Now, I'd like to talk a bit about omega-3 and omega-6 and how it actually relates not only to mood and general health, but to weight loss. What is the connection? Well, omega-3 is anti-inflammatory. Omega-6 is inflammatory. Omega-3, those are the fish oils. It's very rich in sardines, salmon, and flaxseed is very good for vegetarians. It's ALA rather than DLA, and the DLA is what improves mood. And there are psychiatrists who are now trying to treat, well, not trying, they are actually treating schizophrenia and all other mental health conditions with a combination of reducing the antipsychotics and, in fact, using omega-3. So it's really, really vital that we get the right balance. And the balance that our ancestors had was almost 1-to-1, omega-3 to omega-6. And they push each other out of balance. So we want a good balance. But what's happening is that the food industry is using these cheaper seed oils, highly processed vegetable oils, and they're putting it into food, not always putting it on the label, because they might just say vegetable oil, or they might not mention it at all. And if the food is processed, it's almost certainly being doctored with omega-6 fatty acids. They're called essential fatty acids because we don't make them. We do need a certain amount of omega-6, but we're getting like just tons of the stuff. I mean, we need some omega-3, some omega-6, and what's happening is we're getting tons of omega-6, which is knocking out the omega-3. And even if you're taking a large amount of supplements of omega-3, that's great that you're doing that, but by eating any vegetable oils, seed oils, or the margarine, there's butter substitutes that are being made with these vegetable oils, sunflower, safflower, all sounds so wonderfully healthy, and it's actually terrible. It's really, really inflammatory. Now, why would that affect weight gain? As we said, it affects mood, it affects general health, but why does it affect weight gain? Well, if the body is inflammatory, caused by these heavy omega-6 oils, and there's omega-6 in nuts, there's omega-6 in healthy things. You can get your omega-6 from nuts. Hemp seed oil is a perfect balance of omega-3 and omega-6. So you can get healthy forms of omega-6. You don't have to go without it completely. It would be almost impossible to go without omega-6 in our modern diet. So the basic point of this video is that the omega-6 overbalanced, knocking out the omega-3, is causing inflammation. And inflammation is at the root of insulin resistance, which we know leads to type 2 diabetes and obesity. Leptin resistance, which stops the messages from the fat cells to the hypothalamus saying, hey, we've got enough fat here, you don't have to keep on eating, and that turns off the ghrelin in the stomach. So at the base of leptin resistance, insulin resistance, is inflammation. And at the base of many, many diseases is inflammation. Joint pain. I mean, at my age, I was told 30 years ago that I needed a hip replacement. I don't have any joint pain, even though I do go on carbs for a few months of the year, quite heavy carbs as it happens. And it's also difficult to avoid the omega-6 here in India. I'm in India at the moment. It's really hot. I'm sorry if you're in the UK or some northern part of America where it's cold, but it's beautifully hot here. Maybe a little bit too hot. It's going over the 30 degrees now. Anyway, I am having I've got no cooking facilities and I don't stay anywhere long enough to make it worth fitting out a kitchen. So I am breaking my own rules and I am taking omega-6, and I don't expect the omega-3 is really putting it back in balance. But once I get back to the UK, I'll really make sure I get my inflammation right down. But it has been so effective, the times I spend in England on a carnivore diet or a ketovore diet or just a ketogenic diet, that I keep my inflammation really low. I don't get any joint problems. So that's coming away from weight loss again. But basically it's insulin resistance and leptin resistance that we're really trying to tackle. And we want the glucose to be taken up by the cells and not stored as fat, particularly around the vital organs. So that brings me back to omega-3 and omega-6. What can you do about it? Well, you must read labels. Everything you buy, try and have a diet of single ingredients, fresh food, locally grown, in season, that has not been covered in pesticides. Try and keep your diet really clean and simple with really high quality animal fats if possible, or if you're vegetarian. Well, please, if you're vegetarian, please don't turn your back on eggs. Eggs are so wonderful, and they're also, the yolks have got a lot of omega-3 in. So get your omega-3 to omega-6 balance sorted out. Throw away the vegetable oils. Don't wait till you've used the bottle. They are so damaging. If you want to lose weight, then keep to an anti-inflammatory diet that will not spike insulin, that will not cause insulin resistance, that will not cause leptin resistance, and that will not cause overeating due to the signals not getting to the hypothalamus from the fat cells to say, hey, I've had enough. Because this anti-inflammatory diet will, in fact, start straightening out the signals to the brain from the fat cells to say, I've had enough to eat, so you can stop eating. So that's the relationship of omega-3 to omega-6 and how it relates to weight loss. So it's important for your general health, it's important for your mood, and it is important for your weight loss. So start correcting the insulin resistance and the leptin resistance. I think we've covered leptin resistance, but I just want to make it clear. It was only discovered in 1994, and it is the fat cells talking to the brain. This is really important because we always think of the gallbladder and the pancreas and the intestines, but in actual fact leptin is received by the hypothalamus in the brain, and it's what tells us to stop eating because we've had enough. And if you're finding that you're still feeling hungry an hour after after eating, you've got leptin resistance, and you need to start really looking at getting your inflammation down. Now, I hope this has been helpful, and I hope you're having a great day, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. Bye.